I've always been a fan of the Omen franchise. Heck, I even enjoyed the remake. With the current state of cinema and how costly cinema going is today, these days I usually stay away from the theatre. Godzilla Minus One being the exception. That film was fucking glorious. I also find that modern movies lack creativity, which is one of the reasons I was hesitant about the First Omen, as I thought it never even needed a prequel. And boy was I wrong. I eventually checked the First Omen out after doom scrolling through streaming services. There's clearly a lot of passion and love that's been put into this movie. It's surprisingly artsy. The cinematography is stunning to visualise. It's like staring at Godzilla's big, thick backside. Whoa, it's beautiful. Whoa. I also expected the modern day movie audience to take a big dump on this film due to, I feel like it's popular for people to do that, especially with exorcism films and, films about the coming of Satan. Because, a lot of them usually are garbage, but I was very pleasantly surprised when looking at other movie reviewers and they were saying how good this was, which also made me want to go out there and check it out myself. This is a film that I feel hits big due to the actors. Our female lead is phenomenal. This film for me knocks it out of the park due to the underrated art of acting. For me, Hollywood sells movies through stars. For instance, Ryan Reynolds to me plays Ryan Reynolds in every movie he's in. In this you can tell that our main actor who plays Damien's mother worked on every possible detail to give us a performance that milked her character of every emotion until she comes out of the other side as a badass that doesn't feel forced like a Mary Sue. It all feels natural. The Omen also handles the scares right. The scares mean something and aren't designed to be your typical everyday jump scares. Get ready to see images that'll stick with you for the rest of your life. There's a lot of great R-rated imagery that's done right. You only ever see what's needed. You're never given too much, which made me want to see more horrific visuals, and that's how you know a movie's done right. However, you do see Satan's hand reverse fist a vagina, which can be pretty shocking imagery for someone that's a casual horror fan. The First Omen is actually a very fun, pleasant movie to take your grandmother to, or your mother or father. Do it, take them, I dare you. I've only have a few minor complaints, which really don't change the film for me whatsoever. She's an English actor, but in some scenes, she's got an American accent, and sometimes you can actually tell that she is English. A huge kicker for me was when they gave us the Damn Drip, the original song, which is one of the only pieces of horror cinema that at the same time I love, while it also terrifies me too. In no way, shape or form is the First Omen anything like the remake that came out in the early 2000s. It lacks love, it lacks good scares. There was plenty of jump scares in that, but they were soulless and were complete garbage. Don't go into it thinking that it's going to be modernised in any way, shape or form. They made this film with a lot of love, and you can very clearly tell. This film does deliver on the gore, even though it's a slow burn. You see some pretty horrific imagery, and like I said earlier, it does look great. I don't believe there's a lot of practical effects in this. It all is digital, but it works for me. I don't feel like when you see digital effects, like some people just point it out and go, "Oh, that's digital," that doesn't mean it's automatically crap. People's opinions are crap when they think like that. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Digitalized effects, it can still work, and it works great in this. Does this movie pack the nudity? Yes, it does, you dirty, dirty buggers, but not in the way you think. Oh, you're gonna be shocked. They have changed a few things in this, like a few dates, and I believe in the original they say that Damien is the son of Satan and a jackal, and I believe they've changed that in this movie, and you can still argue that it still works, because you could say that they just lied to her and whatnot, but you'll understand what I'm saying if you've seen the movie. If not, check it out and come back to me and you'll know what I'm talking about. Even though you think you will know what's coming with this being a prequel, you still will have some shocks in store and some surprises. And in no way, shape or form is this just a typical "we have to stop Damien from being born" kind of movie. This is also a really good body horror film which can hit on all the right places if you enjoy that kind of stuff. Like I said earlier, it does not show you everything you need to see. What you see is horrific, and what I've heard is that they had to send it in to get looked at, I think 4 times before it got the R rating that they wanted. Otherwise, if they had the full visuals, it may not have even been released. Final thoughts. The First Omen is the surprise of 2024 for me. Like most, I went in expecting it to be a generic satanic movie, but in no way, shape or form is it that. The movie delivers gorgeous visuals, phenomenal acting, and delivers a constant tone of dread. The kind of dread like you're at work and your wife's message you saying she's bought you some amazing movies by Wild Eye releasing like Shark Exorcist, Shark Exorcist 2, and many other great titles from that company. And then you've just got this feeling of impending dread and doom as you drive home because you know what's about to come. They also could have ended the movie on a joke where they went to find some heavenly birth control which would have killed Damien almost instantly. End of the film. The First Omen is my favourite horror movie of 2024. Don't sleep on it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff if you enjoy our content, and join our damn cult. City.